Hey there, it's Christy from Go See Christy Beauty Boutique, and we have started a very short series, a 3-part video series on how to keep your eyelash extensions lasting longer and keeping them clean and wispy. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll get the 3rd part in our series on how to keep your eyelash extensions clean and lasting longer. So this video today is on what products to use to keep your eyelash extensions cleaner longer. So the first one is how to brush them to keep the dust off them so that you can prevent from black clumps forming on your eyelashes, as well as some suggestions on how to remove your eye makeup effectively when you have eyelash extensions. So the next step that we're going to talk about is how to keep the lint and the environmental pollutants from clumping onto your eyelash extensions. So the first one is when you go get a service, a lot of times the eyelash extension technician will give you a free spoolie. So this is a mascara spoolie, also known as a mascara wand, and a lot of times the eyelash extension technician will give you one of these complimentary to clean and separate your lashes. The only problem with this is over time most women will keep this in their purse and it will start to collect lint and dust, and they will take the same spoolie and brush it through their eyelash extension, adding more lint and dust onto their lashes. You will also see that it is not that effective in separating your lashes. So what do? Okay, so you don't use a lash comb because that will dislodge your eyelash extensions along with your natural lashes. So this is an eyelash extension brush. It is made out of Tack-On. I don't know if you can tell with the bristles here. So it's synthetic. It's not hair. You want to avoid the ones that have hair on them because hair holds on to oil. So you want to use one of these. It actually resists oil. And so I will be showing you later on in the video with a client how to actually use this. So this is what you would use to actually brush your lashes after the shower to dust off the mist and humidity on your lashes, both on the top of your lashes, the underside of your eyelash extensions, as well as after using any eyeshadows, foundation, powder, or hairspray, because all of that can land on your eyelash extensions and you want to dust them off immediately before it clings on to your eyelash extension. So going back to the spoolie, a lot of times women will see that lint and the dust in their spoolie and they will take their fingers and brush up the spoolie, leaving the oils from their fingers on the spoolie. Then you will use the spoolie on your eyelash extension. So you have just transferred dust, lint, oils from your fingers onto your eyelash extensions. So I don't prefer using these spoolies. I did find something that works a lot more effectively. Okay, so going back to the eyelash extension brush. So I just explained how most women will clean off the spoolie. Well, sometimes they'll do the same thing. They'll take their fingers and wipe it off. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to take a paper towel, not a tissue because tissue has a lot of lint on it, and then you want to dab it. And you can also use a gel-based antibacterial soap to wash this. You don't have to use shampoo because remember it is not hair. Then you're going to dab it with a paper towel and then lay flat to dry. So sometimes you'll see videos where they show how to clean the eyelash extensions using Q-tips or these like felt tip tools here to vigorously brush through the eyelash extensions. So the thing with cyanoacrylates is they can cause an exothermic reaction. So when you're vigorously rubbing together cotton or fabrics with cyanoacrylates, it causes a heat reaction, which it's very rare, but I mean, obviously, because you're not going to sit there and rub, but it starts to build up heat. And what that does is starts to break down the glue over time. So please don't do them. You have to be very careful with eyelash extensions. So the best way to demonstrate how to use this eyelash extension brush is I'm going to have one of my clients who came in and volunteered. She said it was okay. She came in for a fill. So I'm going to demonstrate on her how to use the eyelash extension brush. This is how you would brush and clean off your eyelash extensions. So this is the, so I can get it, brush. This is actually Teresa's lash brush, so don't mind she has some makeup stuff on there, okay? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to brush off the dirt and dust and lint from the top of your lashes, and how you do that is you're going to look down, you're going to take it, and you're going to brush off from the lash line. Especially after you've worn eyeshadow or powder, you want to get all that off to keep them clean. Okay? Then you want to also get the underside of the eyelash extensions. So you're going to look up and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to dust underneath. She is here for a fill, so if you're all asking why she doesn't have that many, it's because we're doing this before we start with the service. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it sideways, like, oops, turn it sideways, and then you're going to go in between and separate, like this. And that can get off all of the lint. Okay, so that is one of the ways that you can clean off the eyelash extensions. So now we've discussed what makeup or cosmetics that you can use. Now we're going to talk about how to remove your eye makeup without affecting your eyelash extensions too much. So the first thing is avoid using wipes. One, it's very hard to control the wipes, and even when you're removing them and they say oil-free, at least the ones that I have tried, they leave kind of this oily film. So that can get onto your eyelash extensions. And that is why a lot of times people don't feel completely clean using wipes. A lot of times they'll use eye makeup remover or makeup remover wipes and then go ahead and wash their face again. So you don't want to use those things because you really can't get them clean without leaving any type of residue. So you also want to avoid using makeup remover that is oily. Now the reason why most of them do have oil or it feels oily is because oil breaks down oil. So it's very difficult to find. Some of the more popular drugstore brands that say oil-free, if you feel a lot of them, still have that oil residue or it kind of feels greasy, and if you leave it on the shelf you can see that the product actually separates like Italian dressing. So that still contains some form of oil. Usually if it says oil-free, it is not going to be an oil that is derived directly from a plant, seed, or animal. It is more likely derived from the earth, which then they can put oil-free on there. And so I'm going to recommend one that I use personally here at the boutique. So this is a gentle eye makeup remover, and as you can see, it doesn't have any separation. And this was actually designed for pro makeup artists, so when they make a mistake on someone, they need to fix it really quickly, and then they have to reapply immediately afterwards. And so this was designed for them. So I was able to get it at a fairly reasonable rate, and we're going to be showing you later on in the video with an actual client on how to remove your eye makeup using this eye makeup remover. Okay, so I'm about to show you how to use the gentle eye makeup remover. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the Q-tip and just a little bit so that it's not saturated. You're going to use this and you're going to just wipe down so that you can get all the oils off of here. And your eyeshadow, and if you're using brow shadow, you can remove that this way. All the way up to the lash line. And then you do it on the other side. You want to get right up to the lash line, but not on the lashes. If you're wearing brow shadow, you can remove all of that. And it may take a couple Q-tips to go ahead. If you are wearing eyeliner underneath, okay, can you open your eyes? Then you look up. So you want to just get right up to the lash line and wipe down. Okay, go ahead and close. Okay, so that is one way to take off the eye makeup. The other one that actually works really well is the Dermalogica Soothing Eye Makeup Remover Gel. Now it is a gel and it is water-based. You can control it fairly well, and when you have, the only downside is that when you use a Q-tip to be very accurate in cleaning them, that you're going to have to go in again using a paper towel, not a tissue, because it leaves too much lint behind, to go ahead and wipe it off. And that is why I do like the product that I carry. The other thing is it is more on the costly side. I think it's the last time I checked it was close to $30. You can also check eyelash extension companies. They have a lot of theirs too. Although two of the ones that I purchased from them, when it came in the mail and I actually opened it, it was still oily. So you do have to be careful in finding the one. And I will have a link below in the description on where you can purchase this as well. Okay, so we discussed what makeup is good for using with eyelash extensions. We also discussed post-care tips on how to make your eyelash extensions last longer. Now then we talked about the best eye makeup remover for eyelash extensions, and now we're going to talk about how to wash your face when you have eyelash extensions. So I am not endorsed by any of these companies. I am simply telling you again, over time, over the years of doing eyelash extension services, bringing in products, finding out that they didn't quite work, it wasn't up to par based on my clients' feedbacks. This is all the things based on my clients' experience and feedback. So I'm not being endorsed by any of these companies. You're more than welcome to check them out in the links below. And please don't forget to subscribe and like the video so people can see how to have longer eyelash extensions. Thank you, and thank you for watching.